Aya. Mate, liar, mate. You do realise there was 5 minutes left. Oh boy. Yeah, it's alright though. That was a good goal kick. You can celebrate the goal kick all you want, man. That was a good one. I enjoyed it too. Do you not realise that this is Old Trafford? The theatre of dreams, man. It ain't over till it's over. And there was still 5 minutes to go. So you can... all you want... Shut up! There was 5 minutes left, man. What are you doing? But it's alright. Celebrate your goal kick. And celebrate your loss. Because Scotty McTominay goes bang bang! 2-1. This is your EPL review, man. It is time. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I am your host, Andrew Illy, and this is the ball of motherfucking truth, man. Episode 42. Thank you very much for joining me. Wherever you are around the world, wherever you are, you silly motherfuckers. Thank you again for joining me. It's been a while since I've done an EPL review, guys, so I'm going to get straight into it, man. I've been caught up with the footy. And congratulations to Collingwood, but fuck them at the same time. I'm a Carlton supporter, man. I don't want to see Collingwood winning it, but I do appreciate it. They deserved it. They got their 16th premiership on par and on level with Carlton and Essendon. Amazing stuff. But fuck that, man. Fuck that shit. We're going to get into the EPL today. And, man, it's been a nightmare start to the year, and start to the season for Manchester United. And like I said, it's been a while since I've recorded an EPL review or recap. But man, let's go back to the beginning and summarise Manchester United as a club right now. I mean, the owners are still, the Glazers are still refusing to sell. They're upping their price every bloody week. Who knows what's going on there? But man, there's been a lot of speculation and news about that. We've had that going on in the background, and I think that's a lot of the cause of what's going on internally as well. We've had the Greenwood situation again. There was a lot of speculation if to keep him or loan him out or sell him. That was in the headlines for a good couple of weeks. We've had injuries galore. They've mounted, and Mason Mount was one of them, no pun intended. Mason Mount, Luke Shaw, Malacia, Varane, Martinez, Wan-Bissaka, and there was one other one. Reguilon, I think, as well. Yes, yep, there was another one. And, there's a few other injuries that I'm not even going to bother getting into. I mean, we've had Johnny Evans and Maguire playing at centre-back. Our form is terrible. Sancho becomes a bitch. Jadon Sancho on social media ended his United career, basically. I don't think Ten Hag will ever play him again after what he did. We've had bad losses at home, man. And away, but more at home, which is shocking because it started becoming a fortress again at Old Trafford. So that was disappointing. We'll go into that. Ten Hag's under pressure. The roof is still fucking leaking at Old Trafford. I mean, there's just so many issues. Players are under pressure, out of form. We'll go over each player later on in the show, guys. I'll give you guys a quick recap of what I think of every single United player right now. But there haven't been many positives at all throughout this whole season, man. I mean, Rasmus Højlund is probably one of the most positive things and best stories to come out of this season so far. I'm really enjoying him, and he's exciting. And one of the best things, it's sad to say, was the Johnny Evans game against Burnley. It was fantastic. But that's two little things, man. The rest is pretty shocking. I mean, let's go back to game 1. We beat Wolves at Old Trafford, first round of the season. I was there for that one. I was lucky enough to be there. It was my first time at Old Trafford. Great experience. But we played so fucking shit. And then the whole controversy at the end with the VAR. And VAR has punished us ever since, man. Ever since we won that. From there, we lost to Spurs 2-0. Not going to get into these guys because VAR fucked us in that one too. We beat Nottingham Forest 3-2. We were down 2-0 and they were down to 10 men and we came back and we won 3-2 against Forest at home. We lost to Arsenal 3-1 away. That was a fucked one because Garnacho looked like he had won it. And I still think that VAR fucked us over again there. We could have won that 2-1. They reversed the decision. Cop a goal on the other end. Could have been a foul. Who knows? And then copped a late one. 3-1 lost to Arsenal. Lost to Brighton at home. 3-1. Shocking shit. Lost to Bayern Munich away. First game of the Champions League. 4-3. 7 goals in that one. We beat Burnley 1-0, which was a Johnny Evans game. Bruno Fernandes scored an absolute ripper that game. One of the goals of the season. Then we beat Crystal Palace in the League Cup 3-0, only to lose to Crystal Palace at home just days later in the Premier League. 1-0 we lost. It was fucked. Man, and then at home again, we lost to Galatasaray in the Champions League. 2 losses in the Champions League. We lost 3-2. Casemiro got sent off because of an Onana mistake, which we're going to get into him later too. But man, that's pretty much what's been happening. It feels like we need a break and we need some luck. And that came on Saturday night with an incredible win over Brentford, man. We'll get straight into that. I mean, we were pathetic for 90 minutes. Seriously, we were. I mean, call me harsh and whatever, but man, I was watching this thing and I was like, these are the notes that I took. No creativity. There was barely anything, man. The chances we had were dog shit. We were predictable as fuck. I mean, Brentford knew exactly every attack what was happening. There was a lot of moaning and groaning from players. Players not trusting each other. A lot of finger pointing. And no trust when the person would pass the ball and that person, the receiving player would make a mistake. There was just a lot of this. Finger pointing, mouthing off, just childish shit, man. Just a team out of form. There was no trust with the players, like I said, no desire and no urgency. For 90 minutes, I didn't see anything, man. No confidence. There's a lot of players there, some quality players like Rashford and shit, who are great players, man. But when their confidence is down, oh my God. I don't want them anywhere near the starting lineup. That was the notes that I took throughout the whole 90 minutes. And we'll get into the highlights. I'm not going to show them, but I'll just tell you guys what happened. Casemiro in the 26th minute made an awful mistake. Gave the ball away. Brentford counter-attack. It ended up with the ball rolling across the 6-yard line. Lindelof goes to clear it. And this thing went about 3 meters. Scrappy ball, and then I think it was Jensen who kicked the goal. Onana should have saved it. It was just, and we're down 1-0 out of nowhere. 26 minutes gone. We did have chances throughout the game, but a lot of them were half-assed chances, like long-range shots, 30 yards out, keeper, easy save. I think probably the best chance went to Garnacho, who absolutely blasted it over the bar. Brentford had 2 late chances. Onana saved 2 nice shots at goal. What have I got in my notes here? Yeah, that was pretty much it, man, for 90 minutes. Erik ten Hag made some subs, and one of the subs that he made was Amrabat for Scotty McTominay, who is absolutely on fire internationally for Scotland. Doesn't get much game time anymore because of God knows what, Ericsson, Casemiro. Then you've got Amrabat coming in, he's been playing out of position at left back. We'll get into that. Anyway, man, long story short, Scott McTominay comes on. You saw the start of the show with Aya celebrating. It was a 92nd minute. I thought it was done too, really, man. Like, I'm like, fuck, I don't see us scoring here. Out of nowhere, man. Out of nowhere. Let me go to my notes. Got a lot of sticky notes in front of me that you guys can't see that I do during the game. Anyway, Scott McTominay capitalised off a poor clearance from a Dalot shot. Garnacho actually did well here, man. He actually finally showed some urgency and took it to the byline, left foot cross. People thought it went out of play. It's gone towards the edge of the box. Dalot's had a shot. Keeper saved it. Scrappy clearance. It ends up McTominay stretching his right foot out. Nice touch, and then first time shot after the touch. Bang! Bottom corner. 1-1. Game on. Only a few minutes left, man. But I was like, fuck, the relief, because we didn't lose at home again. I was so happy, man. It sounds sad as, but that's where we're at right now. I was so relieved. I'm like, you know what? I'll just take a draw right now. But let's see what happens. There's still a few minutes left. And Dalot won a free kick on the halfway line, right near the dugout. This is just a couple of minutes later, man. Bruno's taken the free kick. Harry Maguire, header on, as you saw. Scott McTominay header. Goal, 2-1. Pandemonium, fucking losing their shit at Old Trafford. I was losing. I was fucking celebrating my dick off. But man, there was like 10% of me where I'm like, is VAR going to fucking step in here for some bullshit reason? I swear to God, you can't even celebrate a goal properly anymore, man. It is absolutely abysmal, this VAR shit. And we're not going to go into it on today's episode, but all you had to do was look at the Liverpool-Tottenham one from last week and realise that the state of this thing is fucking god-awful and it needs to be scrapped. I mean, I've said it on here since day one, man. Fuck VAR off. I don't mind the technology for the goal line stuff. That's fine. That shit, I like it because it looks fucking great. And it's probably the most accurate thing that they've got going. VAR is meant to be accurate, but it's still causing all this controversy and they don't get it right. They still don't get it right. So fuck listening to a computer. Let's just keep it natural, man, and real. Simple as that. Fucking over it, man. Anyway, I was so happy when this didn't go to VAR and I'm fucking celebrating my head off, man. It was literally the last play of the game. Scott McTominay comes on literally in the 90th minute. He has 4 touches of goal. Mind you, there was a disallowed goal before his first one because Martial, the dopey cunt, was offside. So when that got disallowed by VAR, look, it was the correct decision in the end. But like still, oh man, I'm so over it. You just can't celebrate a goal. That's why I didn't celebrate the winner to the max of what I wanted to. But I was still fucking losing my shit, man. In the end, man, basically, to summarise this game, Ten Hag subbed Scott McTominay on with 6 minutes to go, and the guy scores 2 and we win. We were down 1-0 and we won 2-1. Incredible. It was fucking unbelievable, man. It just might be what we need to get our season going. Now, there is an international break for 2 weeks. So, look, it's a good time. Hopefully we get some players back. But, man, it was crazy. Absolutely crazy. I listed all the injuries before. No need to get into that. I'll summarise basically what I think of the United players' season so far. And we'll start with Onana. And, man, I was very excited for him to come over to the club. I was gutted for De Gea. I thought he didn't get a good send-off, and that is our club being a piece of shit. I'm just being honest. The guy served us for God knows how long. He was the longest-serving player, had the most clean sheets last year, and he's just won. He's won, like, God knows how many awards. Give the guy a proper send-off, man, and give him a little bit of respect. I don't like how we treated him, and he was left with nothing, basically, at the end. No proper goodbye or anything. So that was sad. And then with Onana, I'm like, all right, man, we're making ruthless decisions here. Let's see how he goes. But he's been so bad, man. Mistake after mistake after mistake. Awful start to his United career. He's pulled off some good saves, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, man. It's too late to go back now and be like, oh, hey, De Gea, come back. Then we'll look like fucking idiots. So we've got to stick with Onana. I'm sure he'll be fine, man. I mean, when you think back at Nemanja Vidic and Patrice Evra, how they started, they had really bad starts to their United career and became absolute greats of the club. Some of the greatest of all time for Manchester United. So look, you got to give him a break. He's been shit. Let's just not sugarcoat it here. He's been shit. But let's see what happens, man. You know, everyone deserves a second chance. It's his first season. We've got to relax a bit. Dallow's been average. He tries hard, man. But, yeah, we're probably going to need a good right back. I mean, Wan-Bissaka's injured as well. That doesn't help. But, yeah, I would love to see a new signing next season, a good right back. I don't know, man. Don't trust him enough. Maguire, we've hardly seen him. That was his best game against Brentford, I thought, in a long time. He got the assist for the goal, and he was pretty solid back there, man. I'm really happy for him, to be honest, because the shit that he's gone through and the media and the trolls, man, that's got to take a toll on your mental state. So good on Harry. I hope really this rejuvenates him. I would love to see him start next game as well. I don't want Ten Hag to change too much. If good quality players like Shaw and Varane or Martinez are available, sure, start him next to Harry Maguire. But I would definitely start him again. It will just diminish his confidence if he gets dropped again. And look, we've got Sheffield United after the break, so I would definitely start him, give him that confidence, see how he goes. Johnny Evans. we spoke about the Johnny Evans game against Burnley. I'm very happy for him, man. He's been okay. He's actually been better than what I thought he was going to be at his age. He's 36. It's good little return for him. Lindelof, I don't rate him. He just makes too many mistakes and I don't know, man. Loses concentration every now and then and costs us goals. I think he's too vulnerable. I don't like him. I've stated that on this show as well. Bit too soft for me. Look, he had a decent run last season as well, but nah, fuck him off. I don't care, man. Casemiro, I don't know what's going on with him this year. He's been eating too many burgers or something. He's just really unfit. He'll be alright if he drops a little bit of weight and gets fit. He's just out of form as well. Amrabat has been playing left back, our new signing, and he looks so much better when he went into midfield, man. Oh my God. So I'm excited to see him in that position, not left back. That's just not his position. But we've had injuries, man. We've had to. So shit happens. Bruno Fernandes, he's been up and down, man. And his bad is bad. And it makes me question his captaincy sometimes because I really would have loved Lisandro Martinez to get captaincy, but what do? Bruno, I think he just whinges too much and has that moaning, groaning face that we spoke about. And I've said this on the podcast before. I love him. He's a quality player. But when he's bad, he's bad. Mason Mount. I don't know where to begin with him. His start to his United career is not great. He got injured. But he's not showing me much yet. I'll give him a chance. Let's see how we go. But the best way I can describe him is boring. Really, he's boring me. I need to see some excitement, man. Try something. Kick a goal. Bloody hell. Rashford's out of form. Big time, man. And again, when he's bad, he's bad. This is all mental for him. He went through this a couple of seasons ago, and he was just, his mind wasn't there. And it looks like he's like that right now. So hopefully the international break cures him. We'll see how we go. Rasmus Højlund has been great. Scored a few goals recently. He's in good form. I love the way he holds the ball up. And he's going to be one for the future, man. Very exciting. I'm actually looking at him right now. Got the United Wolves preview from Old Trafford from the game. There you go. It's a cutie. Good player, man. Very, very exciting. And I love his presence up forward. He's a bull. And so young. And let's just leave it at that. See how we go. Martial's still a dopey cunt. He fucking fries me. Not even going to bother getting into him. Eriksen's been alright. He's been injured as well, up and down. Garnacho had a poor start, man. I had really high hopes for him start of the season. And he started against Wolves. And he had an absolute shocker. And has hardly started since. But look, he'll be alright. It's a form thing as well. This is why we can't jump to conclusions too many times, too quick. It's a long season, man. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Let's see if these players can find form. And wins like that against Brentford will produce these things, man. You've just got to build on it slowly. It's not going to happen overnight. Anthony was his first game back after the scandal. Another one, man. I thought it was going in the Mason Greenwood direction, but I don't think it's as bad. Let's hope he's all in the clear. From what I've heard, man, it seems like absolute garbage. And whoever this fucking idiot is of his ex, look, I could be wrong. But from what I see, this is my opinion, it looks like it's all bullshit. And it's all a bit of this. Anyway, man. Scotty Mack. The hero. Scott McTominay. Unbelievable, man. I was so happy for this kid. And even his post-game interviews, you've got to go back and watch it. He's been a United fan all his life. He's been at the club since he was 5. He knows what it means, man. He fucking knows what it means to play for this club. And I think a lot of players need what he knows. And what they lack is that passion and what Manchester United means. But there you go, man. He's been awesome since he came on as a sub. He hasn't had much game time at all. And yeah, man, that's pretty much covering the United players that are playing right now. But man, so many problems that we spoke about at the start of the show. It's going to get better. It can't be this bad forever. What really disappoints me is our home form. You can't be losing games to Brighton at home, Crystal Palace at home, Galatasaray at home in the Champions League. Come on. Like, on paper, our squad looks great. We've got a good team. But they're just out of whack right now, out of form. And hopefully this win sparks the team and that heart and passion to fight for the rest of the season. And see how we go, man. Let's check the ladder out. It's been a crazy season, man. Tottenham's on top. Undefeated. Ange Postecoglou has been amazing for them. Very jealous of that. Ange is actually one of my former customers in my banking days. Very, very nice man. Arsenal, great win against Man City for them. And they are undefeated also. The two rivals right at the top, first and second. Man City have lost 2 in a row. But they're within touching distance, obviously. It's still early days, 8 games in. Liverpool are up there. They drew 2-2 against Brighton. Aston Villa are amazing at the moment. They are looking very exciting. Brighton, same with them. They got drilled, though, last week, 6-1. Just had one of those bad games, I guess. West Ham are looking good. Newcastle looking good. Newcastle are trying to adapt to Champions League life, I guess. Slow start for them. But they'll get better. Chelsea have been okay. Up and down for them, too. Just like United. And, man, right down the bottom, Sheffield have been awful. Them and Bournemouth are the only teams without a win. And the rest is, too early to tell. But man, very exciting to see Spurs up there, especially with Ange. I love Ange, man. Everywhere he's gone, he's been amazing. So I really hope he continues that. Proud Aussie, man. That's it. Guys, that's probably it for me. I thought I'd just get the EPL kicked off here for the Ball of Truth. Give you guys my thoughts about what's been happening. I've been very focused on Carlton. So now that the AFL season's over, we're going to be pushing into the EPL. So we've got international break coming up. So probably won't... Oh, that's right. I'm going to review the David Beckham documentary till the next game of the Premier League. So that's the next thing I'm going to do. I'm going to watch it tonight. Let you guys know how it goes. I'm very excited for this. Heard some really good things, so I can't wait. But guys, thank you very much for everything. Please subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the show. Hit that like button. Click the bell for all notifications. And you can follow me on all social media, guys. I'll bring it up here. Instagram, balloftruth.pod. Twitter or X, balloftruth_pod on there. I'm also on Facebook, TikTok, all that. I'll leave it in the description on the video. You guys know where to find me. I'm everywhere. And I'm not going anywhere either. We're going to keep rolling out some episodes. And guys, I'll be back with that review of the David Beckham doco once I finish it. So that's pretty much it from me, guys. Enjoy your evenings wherever you are. And I will see you very soon. Love you all. Adios. Goodbye.